Now we're going to be discussing a topic that's super important to understand when it comes to self-defense training. When is your now? So this isn't something that's going to be a lot of physical. This is more mental. This is something you should be thinking about and already know in your mind how far you're going to let somebody push you in certain situations. So what I mean by that, we're going to just kind of break down a couple different ones and talk about it and give you guys some example. But the first one is a great term that I learned from an instructor of mine a long time ago, is what he called fencing. And what he would do is he'd be in his guard stance. This is just someone who is maybe a drunk person somewhere, or this is someone like in a road rage accident, they're getting in your face and something like that. So the term fencing, what he would do is he would extend his arm a little bit more. He's in a guard stance, but if he's coming towards me, once he makes contact with my hand, that's 1. Maybe my rule is 3. If I'm trying to talk him down, but he keeps coming at me and he makes contact with me 3 times, that's my now to strike. That is my now to preemptively, catch him off guard and throw that strike, and hopefully I can do enough damage to him or I'm going to town. So, I'd be here, hey man, calm down. I don't want any issues. I'm sorry. Hey man, just chill, man. Come on, please stop. That third contact, that's when I go. And I'll throw some type of strike. It could very well be 2. It could be 1. But it's giving you a chance to try to talk them down. Something that I like to think about, and this is something I learned when I worked in law enforcement, was ask, tell, do. So I'm asking him to stop. So he's coming at me, hey man, just chill man, come on, stop. Hey, stop, quit coming at me. That third time, if he does it again, I'm gonna make him stop. I'm gonna do something about it. And it doesn't always have to be a strike. It could just be, he's grabbing my hand or something. I'm here, I'm gonna take control and start working towards the back or take him down or something. But as long as you can justify what you're doing. I asked him to stop, I told him to stop, I forced him to stop. But it really goes back to when is your now? Because if you're not mentally prepared for that, of letting somebody push you and get in your face, you're not gonna know how to react if you've never got yourself ready. The next one is, and this should be very, very common sense stuff, but and sometimes it's not. A lot of times people will just kind of shut down and cower down when someone's getting a lot more physical with you. It could be choking you. He's maybe choking me, and I'm like, hey, when I defend myself, please stop it, and you got to understand, like, if they choke you once, they're probably going to choke you again. So hopefully you understand that, your now is like, as soon as those hands are around your throat, you're going to town. But once again, it may not be a situation that you can justify, or maybe it's your spouse and you don't want to hurt them. But you got to understand, like, when is your now? When are you going to put a stop to this? All right. Another very important topic that gun owners talk about, is if you're willing to take your gun out and point your gun at them, you're ready to shoot them. Like, you're ready to kill that person. That's another thing that you need to think about. If I have a weapon that I carry, a knife, a Cubiton, a blunt object, whatever it is, like, I have to be ready to use that weapon. And that's another thing you got to think about, like, how far are you going to let somebody push you until you really use that weapon? Once again, it goes back to being able to justify why you did it, but when is your now? Someone breaks into your home, are you just going to pull your gun out, point and shoot, or are you going to give commands and do the ask, tell, do, and hopefully that they, hey, get out of here, please get out of here, stop, get out of my house, bang, bang, bang kind of thing. Where's your level at? Where are you going to draw the line? So when it comes to self-defense and our personal safety, it's so important to understand that when is your now, because everyone's going to be different. Daniel's answer would probably be different than my answer. It's just something that you have to think about. You need to really put yourself in that situation. Then we start talking about family, like if someone's getting picked on, if it's our family's getting picked on, when are you going to get involved? If it's a complete stranger, have you mentally prepared yourself for that? So, there's a couple little things to add on to it, but at the end of the day, understand when is your now. Think about it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Other than that, take care, be safe.